Browns had problems with a lot of motion that the Ravens did in that loss week before the bye. Anthony Walker talked about the 49ers doing that same thing and doing it pretty well.
They're great, man. They do a lot of things that really try to change the picture for the defense. Like I said, it makes sure fundamentals have to go up, especially as linebackers. It's a huge task on us this week to just control that middle of the field. Keep everybody calm when they're doing all the shifts and motions. And like I said, it's a huge job for us, and I think we're up for the challenge.
It seems like Shanahan likes to attack the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you move guys, you do a lot of motions and stuff, and you get guys to jump out of place. Like I said, it just goes back to our fundamentals, our technique, us being in the right spot. Don't let all the get you out of your zone, out of your spot, whatever we're doing. So, we just got to be clean.
And that was something. The good news is they can go back and look at what the Ravens did, because the 49ers do a lot of that same stuff. The bad news is you better correct it, or it's going to be even a longer afternoon.
Yeah, Shanahan's always at the forefront of things. So they run a ton of window dressing. You're seeing a continuation of it in Miami with McDaniels. Those teams now, they understand what pre-shift motion can do, especially when you have move pieces like the 49ers do with McCaffrey, with Deebo Samuel, even Kittle. They move these dudes around a ton because defense comes down to alignment, assignment, and keys. And if you can change that alignment at the last second, especially if you catch a team in a zone defense, that's how you can create blown coverages. Because if you don't know who you're handing the player off to, or if you're the guy responsible, those pre-shift motions, they can really throw you out of whack.
All right, this from Pro Football Focus. Normally, Nick Chubb is on this list, but these are forced missed tackles for the season. Travis Etienne, number 1 at 34. Bijan Robinson, the rookie, 26. And Christian McCaffrey, who's coming to Cleveland Browns Stadium, 25. Forced missed tackles. Again, those are numbers that Nick Chubb usually has. Tackling, always important, even more so when you got Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey's a machine, and at some point I wonder if they're going to actually pull his reps back, because I would be worried about, using him up too much early in the season, because he's always had a history of getting banged up, but they've shown no signs of slowing down. Their backup, Elijah Mitchell's banged up. So, you'd think that they would try to, not put McCaffrey at risk. But I'll tell you what, man, he's so dangerous with the ball in his hands. And it's in a variety of ways. It isn't just from the running back position. He'll motion him out to slot, get him some easy looks, and get him in space. And he is an absolute nightmare in space. So corralling him's got to be priority number 1. He's the engine that moves that team. He's a dynamic threat in a multitude of ways, and he can take it to the house on you. So, keeping tabs on him, man. JOK and A. Walker are going to have a busy day on Sunday.
Yeah, I believe he can tie or actually break the NFL record for most consecutive games with a touchdown. It's 14 or 15. I lost track of it, but he's that good. Having said that, the Browns do have the pieces to deal with that offense. As silly as that sounds, because that offense is the best in the league, you've got the speed and you've got the coverage guys. If that defense comes out and plays the way they are capable of, they can keep the Browns in the game.
Yeah, and I know the shroud of mystery at quarterback right now kind of brings this all down, but the defense is healthy. That's something, that's what's going to keep you in this game, point blank, period. This defense has to go out there and show out. And they do have the pieces in place to deal with a team like the 49ers, which they're one of the very few teams in the league that can make a statement like that and it not be ludicrous. They actually have the pieces in place to deal with a McCaffrey, to deal with a Brandon Ayuk. It's all about execution now. It's all about execution and how they approach this game. The offense just has to do enough. The defense needs to go out there and show out. And if they play to the top of their abilities, the Browns will be in this game.